Hey, I just want to remind you guys, In Your Corner, a movie I directed on Floyd Mayweather and Sam Watson, is out now on Vimo.com. In Your Corner, click the link in the description box. Uh, and I would genuinely love and appreciate you guys' support. And don't don't hesitate to leave a comment and let me know what you thought of the film. And again, I appreciate you guys' support and enjoy the video. Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So this is a question I had all day today, and I apologize because I didn't know the severity of Hurricane Harvey because I was so submerged in the fight. I never cut my TV on. The whole weekend, my TV wasn't on at all in the hotel room. Or only thing I watched, it was on when you go in the media room, it's on ESPN, and they're re-showing all the build up to the McGregor Mayweather fight. So I never really got a chance to understand, and I was so busy that I never really paid attention to my timeline this weekend up until today, and I just couldn't believe it, man. With my man, flabbergasted, and obviously your immediate reaction is the well-being of the people from Texas, from Houston, and then your next question is Noah's Ark, right? And the rainbow, and God said he'll never destroy this earth by flood again. And I don't know what the death toll is, but what I do know is that it's rather severe. People have lost everything. And that leads me to the question, does Hurricane Harvey make your faith in God stronger, or does it make it weaker? And I'm really interested in the comments. I'm really interested in the Bible verses, the Quran. If you're Buddhist, like, I'm so interested in this dialogue because as I tell you guys, I'm 50% Christian and 50% Nation of Islam because I love the aggression of it and also love the humility of Christianity, and I'm a front lines kind of guy in terms of fighting, as you guys probably know on my channel. But I'm watching these pictures, man. This is my first night sitting down watching CNN because I typically watch TV on mute while I'm working and doing research and writing scripts and sending off emails, just working at night. And I rarely cut the volume up, and I'm sitting there like, God, these stories are just coming in after end. And stories like this, it galvanizes the American spirit. And then it also reminds us that we are as vulnerable as any other country in the world, man. And this is awful, man. And it was just a question that I had because, you want to lean on God, you want to lean on church. I want to donate money. And I'm going to find some black church that I believe that's doing the right thing, or some black organization, some black nonprofit, because I got to donate money, since I can't be there. And man, I don't care and these are examples of there's no atheists in Foxholes. You guys heard that story? Well, there's no racists in a foxhole either. Because if you look at these pictures, these are just people helping people. And that's a beautiful thing. So maybe I'll do another video in response to your comments in the comment section. But, it's a fair question to ask. I question God a lot. And not in... I would say we have to believe in something great. We have to believe in something greater than us, right? I do believe in God, and also believe that I have the right to ask God based upon my earthly emotions and my earthly questions, my earthly concerns. I believe that it's fair for me to ask God this question: why? Unassuming, poor. It's bad enough. Statistics say 70% of America are at the Mendoza line, right? But I use the baseball term, the 200 mark, where you're just surviving, and then to get that taken from you, bad enough you have to worry about um, mortgage or your rent or your car payment, or let alone just going to eat. And then this, and I'm not willing to bet, but I'm saying I'm willing to bet a high majority didn't have renter's insurance. Why would you have an extra bill when you're living paycheck to paycheck, right? I encourage all my tenants, it's in the contract when they sign, I encourage all of them to get renter's insurance. You just never know what can happen. And if you get renter's insurance, you're covered. So it's sad, man. It's awful. But I will say this: if you want to make some money on this deal, I suggest you buy some Home Depot stock, or some lumber stock, or some regional stock that's in Houston, Texas, that requires development, because the government, you know why? And I'll tell you this, and don't think I'm not going to do it. The government is going to buy up all that regional lumber, all the regional assets and raw materials, and rebuild the city up. They have to. I was a liaison in politics and also ran for mayor in Whittier, California, so I know that you have to get local contracts, gets priority over like national bids, national contracts when they bid on it. So I don't know which contract is going to get it, but I know lumber and some type of wirings, a company that has electrical wires and anything that has to do with building a home, building a city back up. That's what's going to happen. So anyways, man, my thoughts and prayers goes out to the people from Houston, Texas, and all, and the surrounding cities. And it's just awful to look at this, man. Oh, and so I apologize for the background noise. I'm doing a lot of videos right now, and I'm doing a video while another one is uploaded. I should have waited, but I couldn't wait to do this video, because I want to do like 3 or 4 more videos tonight. But send a prayer, man. And this is just an example of how we just gotta pray, just because. Not because we need something, not because we want something, not because we want to give something to someone else, but because, like we put our money in the bank, we got to put our prayers in the bank as well. It's very essential that we do that. And just awful, man. These visuals are just pathetic. And I was having a conversation with my son, and sometimes it takes a kid to make you smile. My son was like, "Oh, look at all the boats," and you just need that moment of like laughter or something, because I'm sitting there like, like, I don't know if I'm emotionless or too emotional. I don't know which one it is, but I'm sitting like, damn, how come we can't prevent this? How come we can't create something to downgrade a tornado or a hurricane? How come we can't shoot something at it to make it be less water before it hits the mainland? We've done everything else, right? We can make nuclear weapons. We can make a stealth bomber, but we can't make nothing to separate the hurricane so it doesn't hit the mainland and be devastating. I don't know. These are just questions that I have. So I encourage all you guys, man, give your lunch to people in Houston, man. And you know what I mean? And if you have kids, make sure your kids know that you're giving money to the city of Houston, because it's only going to inspire them when they become adults. And these are moments that your middle school and high school kids and upper elementary school kids will remember for the rest of their life. Like I remember in elementary when Challenger blew up and we stopped school. I remember that like it was yesterday. And this is one of these moments where this is an event in history. that your kids will never forget. And make sure, even if you can't donate, take the time and explain to them, like, this is a tragedy and we're going to help the best way we can. Do we send a card? Do we send $10? Do we send $20? You know, do you send pillows, blankets, whatever you do? Your lunch, you know. Um, Give your lunch to Houston tomorrow. I challenge everyone to give your lunch away one day this week, man. If you spend $7 on lunch or dinner, next time you eat out, say, you know what, I'm not going to eat out. I'm going to give my money to Houston. You know, because it's just, I'm going to find, when I find organization, hopefully I find one tonight, I'm not giving it to the Red Cross. I'm not. I remember that JayZ song when Katrina came out, when he said JetBlue flew by you, and um, forget the name of that song. It's the last song on the album, second to last song on the album. And when he talks about, I'm giving money to the same people who basically despise me, or, you know, in the system. So I'm going to find me a black organization, and or an Asian organization. You know, my son is half Asian. So for that matter, to donate and help the people of Houston, man. You know, I was online, and remember that guy I told you guys about, that rapper, Toby? He's Nigerian, I believe. Forgive me for not knowing, but I believe he's Nigerian. Let's just say he's from Africa. And I listened to him quite frequently, and he lost everything, man. A guy who's been inspiring me lost everything. You know, so I just want to help people, man. So take the time. I encourage everyone to sacrifice you. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you just listen to me because you just want to hate me. Tonight is the night where you say, you know what, my $7 or my $4 I get from the dollar menu, whatever you do, donate that money. And I don't need to have proof of it. You know, just, we care, you know. I just think it's essential that when people are in need, especially when it hits home like this, and I know people are starving all over the world and there's world crises, but that's not thrown in our face at all. And we know about it, but we don't get reminders every day of, you know, the famine in other countries and the devastating ruins that the government from civil wars in other countries. That's not thrown in our face, but we just got to help. And truth be told, some of you guys know this already. Dallas is a city I'll never go to because I hate the Cowboys that much. Like, the only way I would go there is if the Giants was in the Super Bowl, or if I was going to a Giants game against the Dallas Cowboys, and it was for I don't know, but it would take a lot for me to go to Dallas. I'm almost 40 and I haven't gone. I've been to every major city. I've been to every major city in America except Boston and Dallas. And that's because I hate the Red Sox and I hate the Cowboys. Like, I hate it that much that I won't go. I had tickets to the Lakers Boston. I was in Virginia, and I had tickets to the Lakers against Boston Game 5 or something like that. And all I had to do was take a flight up to Boston and go to the game. I had free tickets, and I didn't go because the game was in Boston. So anyways, man, just to make light of the subject, but at the end of the day, we got to help. And I challenge, matter of fact, I expect y'all to. I mean, our job is to inspire and encourage one another through our actions, you know, and I believe we'll do it. So I'm going to thank you all in advance. I'm going to find an organization which I feel comfortable to donate my money to, and I will share with you at a later time. But it doesn't have to be tonight. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. You can sit on it. Houston's going to be in need for a long time, but I'm going to find something. Hopefully I can find something tonight, maybe tomorrow. And the subscribers from Barbershop Conversations will help the city of Houston and the state of Texas and the surrounding cities and states that's been affected by Hurricane Harvey. So anyways, man, Barbershop Conversation. Hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.